American Cup. Here at the Estadio Pensativo, we have Xelajú and CD FAS facing off for points in Group B action. Welcome one and all to this broadcast. My name is Mark Schoenster, excited to get into the 90 minutes here with you in this second week of action in the Central American Cup. It's a beautiful day at the Estadio Pensativo. 75 degrees, a little bit of rain, but what beautiful weather for the beautiful game as these two sides are looking to get 3 points, whether it be the side that is closer to home in Xelajú or the visiting CD FAS coming here to Guatemala to claim some points in their first match as far as this tournament's concerned. For those unfamiliar with the format of this tournament, here's a look at the entire landscape of what's going on here. You got 4 groups. The top 2 placing teams will advance on to the quarterfinals. There are 6 spots up for grabs in order to get into the CONCACAF Champions Cup. The winner of the tournament will go into the round of 16 immediately. Meanwhile, the other 5 teams will be qualifying for the first round of the tournament. So if you're able to make it through the group stage, there are 6 spots for 8 teams that make that advancement. So you have a pretty good shot if you could get out of your groups. Both these teams looking for their first win in group stage play. As I mentioned already, CD FAS has not played yet a match. Meanwhile, Xelajú was not able to find any points in their first fixture, suffering a 1-0 loss. With that in mind, we're going to step aside briefly. And when we come back, we'll have the starting lineups and kickoff. But until then, we have the opening processions coming your way.
Damos la bienvenida al equipo Club Xelajú Camposeco de la ciudad de Quetzaltenango y al equipo Club Deportivo FAS de Santa Ana, El Salvador. Para el partido de esta noche de la Copa Centroamericana Concacaf.
Only moments away from kickoff here between Xelajú and CD FAS in week 2 of the group stage in the CONCACAF Central American Cup. Once again, my name is Mark Schoen, so excited to get things going for you here from the Estadio Pensativo. Here's a look at our starting lineups. First off, for Xelajú, coached by Amarini Villatoro, they weren't able to get a win or even a point in their first result. They'll be looking to trot back out this side that looks to be a 4-4-2. We'll wait to see exactly how it goes to shape once the whistle actually blows. But Kenner Gutierrez, the captain, will be looking to anchor things in the center of that back line, along with his veteran keeper, Calderon. They'll be the ones donning the red kits today, Xelajú. Meanwhile, it'll be the bright blue for CD FAS. Our two captains shake hands and meet with our officiating crew. Ricardo Montero is the man in charge of keeping the peace on the pitch for the next 90 minutes. Him and his entire crew, all hailing from Costa Rica. Gotta get all the opening festivities properly done. I mentioned Kenner Gutierrez as the captain for Xelajú. Meanwhile, Rudy Clavel will be the one who will wear the captain's armband for CD FAS, who are coached by Raul Arias, manager that hails from Mexico, also looking like a 4-4-2. Of course, as the game goes along, we'll see how these two shapes blend and morph and change as the match goes along. You see a healthy contingent. I think that's even selling it short for the FAS faithful who have traveled here to Guatemala to push on their team, one of the most popular sides in El Salvador, CD FAS. They're looking to come here on the road, find a positive result. Should be a good one here for 90 minutes. Ricardo Montero surveys every corner, nook, and cranny of the pitch to make sure everything is in order. Opening whistle impending. Setting his watch up. Both sides eager to get things going here. And we are off and running from the Estadio Pensativo. It is Fase going left to right. Meanwhile, Xelajú going right to left. And we'll see how this story unfurls for 45 minutes here in the first half of action. It is the Central American Cup debut for Fase, having not played in week 1, given 5 teams in each group, so always going to be an odd team out each week of action. Meanwhile, looking to bounce back are the Guatemalan side after not finding a result in the first fixture. So both teams sitting on 0 points as it stands, looking to claim first or second place in Group B. We get our first in-game whistle from Ricardo Montero. It's going to be welcoming you in. My name is Mark Schoenster. We'll be experiencing the action together here. Heavy drumming to start things off here. As Clavel lays it out wide. And making the run down the right-hand side is Correa. And that one is cleared out for a corner kick. Sliding in was Kevin Ruiz. See the manager for Xelajú, Amarini Villatoro, as his side awaits this corner kick, the first corner kick for either side here in this matchup. Ball serviced in, bounces a couple times, and it reaches the top of the 18. And now Xelajú running the other way. Going to track this one down. Still Seed. Tries to shoot, deflected right back out. Second service comes in the middle. That one headed away. And now the clearance is provided. You can hear the encouragement from the home fans. Here's a play it out to Maynard De Leon. Turns the favor right back as after springing that counterattack, we'll look to move the ball forward a little bit more methodically now. And there's your manager for the visiting side, Raul Arias. Feeling out right now, and holding on to possession, Xelajú. Here's the captain, Gutierrez. And him and Kevin Ruiz anchoring the 2 center back spots for the home side. This ball's popped up the pitch and we cleared away. Roberto Dominguez, one of the center backs on the other side, Not leaving any nonsense there as this one's drilled centrally, and the deflected effort goes over the crossbar. First chance for either side, and it belongs to the home team. Here's a look at the exchange. Gerson Tinoco, the one connecting there, but he couldn't quite put it on frame. The veteran striker, 34 years old. Now Kevin Carabantes, the keeper for FAS, will play this one up the pitch. Sliding effort there from De Leon. Knocks that one out of play. It'll be another throw in though for FAS. His turn is given away. And once again, be the home side taking over possession. Red ball forward, looking for Tinoco up top. Will be the trusty goal scorer, sitting at the top of the formation for Xelajú. If you've tuned in and you're a little bit curious as to what this event is, it's a new tournament being held by CONCACAF for Central America. Confederation holding this 20-club tournament. We're currently in the group stage. 4 groups of 5 as the top 2 teams advance on. Out of the 20 teams, 6 of them will qualify for the CONCACAF Champions Cup in 2024. Knockout stage after the group stage, of course, the single elimination variety. Now there is a play-in game for the losers in the quarterfinal. So single elimination for the tournament title, but not single elimination for fighting for a berth in the Champions Cup. Positive start for the home side. Continue to poke and prod and figure out the right lane to attack as this one gets floated up forward. Tinoco makes some tugs there, but no foul call, but it's one back. Gonzalez plays it into the middle. Tinoco plays it back out to Gonzalez. De Leon. This one will roll all the way back to Kevin Ruiz. Ball down the middle. Tinoco comes off of him last, although he believes it came off of a FAS foot. So instead, we'll get a throw-in from Kevin Ardone. Diego Gonzalez, the left back, tracking back and serving up his keeper, Jose Calderon. One of a couple international players on this Xelajú side from Panama City. Fase winning the ball back. Look to sustain some possession here. There is a swarm of red shirts, and they quickly regain possession. That was only temporary reprieve. Fase on the attack. Service comes swinging in, and it's headed away. Gonzalez comes down with it, and he'll provide a more emphatic clearance. It'll once again be in the clutches of the visitors. Portillo. Play back to his center backs. Pavel to Castro. And this one will be popped forward. We won back by Xelajú. And that's going to be a free kick for the home side. Tinoco goes down. I'll check that. That was Renteria. Wilba Renteria going forward and getting tripped up in the process. The service on the free kick. And there's some collision in the box. And it'll be a free kick for Fase. Kenner Gutierrez, the guilty aggressor here. Actually, yeah, just been offside. It's the second match in the tournament for Xelajú. Lost against a Nicaraguan club, Real Esteli, 1-0 after an Arley Bonilla first half header was able to give the opposition the 1-0 victory. First ever CONCACAF Central American Cup match that Tuesday night over at Estadio Independencia in Nicaragua. This is the first home match for Xelajú, but of course, a loud and supporting contingent of visiting fans have made the trek. You hear the drumming in the background. That's from the visiting fans. They came prepared to make some noise. Rafael Tejada, young striker, dishing it back. Service going forward. The offside flag is going to go up, being called on Kevin Reyes. He's a dangerous prospect. Gotta keep your eye on him if you're the home side. And there's another look at the Fase faithful. Making the travel to Guatemala from El Salvador. As their side look to push forward here. Correa able to get inside of Tejada, and he came from an offside position. So that offensive stint ends abruptly. That's clever work. Stepping up there appeared to be Javier Gonzalez on the far side. The nifty step forward did enough to get Tejada offsides. Play back to his center backs. Testy spot, it's given away. That's a heavy touch. wanted to do better there with that opportunity. You have that much space just beyond the 18. And now FAS coming the other way. Shot from distance. Bounces off target. And it was parried by Calderon. So a second corner kick incoming for FAS. And it's right by all of their uproarious fans who are hoping to find something to celebrate out here soon. Reyes' corner comes in, doesn't make much contact. Can still be kept in play. A little bit of a love tap won't go uncalled, and it'll be a throw-in for Xelajú. Juan Cardona, a little bit of a push there. See, look at that possession disparity. Xelajú have been holding the ball, and they've been the ones prodding things forward, for the most part at least. That's a good ball down the right-hand side. This service left something to be desired, though. I found some luck down that right channel, though. Once again, there's Villatoro from Guatemala and coaching this Guatemalan side. Against the CD FAS side that are currently, in essence, the reigning champs of the Primera Division in El Salvador. They won last fall in the Apertura season. Of course, the closing season, as it would be called in the spring, was canceled due to the tragedy at the Estadio Cuscatlán. So in essence, they're still seated at the throne due to their success in the fall. Those unfamiliar, both in El Salvador and in Guatemala. The seasons are split into two each year. You got your fall season and your spring season, or the Apertura and the Clausura. FAS are 8-time league winners since the season was divvied into two each year. They won 11 titles prior to that, so a side rich with success. And here they come. Reyes plays it out, and that shot's going to be skied up into the air and towards the stands. Jose Portillo, the one who is given the chance to put one on frame, but was far from it. Good energy at the Estadio Pensativo. So far, one quality chance for Xelajú, and then Portillo with the shot just moments ago. At points in times, an opportunity like that can prove to be venomous. Of course, these two teams in the early stages of their playing, having the typical fall-spring schedule that is more widely executed across the world as far as the beautiful game is concerned. Throwing toss to the 18, bobbles around. Two different players went for it there. Looked like Renteria as well as Tinoco. Both had the opportunity to get a look on it, and neither of them could hit it just quite clean enough. But a deflection will mean they earned a corner kick. And ended up being Renteria in the end, who got a piece of that one. And he'll also traverse over to the corner along with Jorge Vargas. It'll be Renteria to provide service from the left flag. Service comes in. It's going to bounce all the way back out to Renteria. And he drills this one inside. Opportunity squared and deflected out for another corner kick. Some appeals for a handball won't be found, but they will get a trip to the corner flag. Also got the drumming and chanting of the Xelajú faithful. Supporter groups in the opposite corners of each other. Vargas brings in the corner kick this time. And that volley couldn't be hit cleanly. Two players go down. And it looks like they've just pointed to the spot. Hugo Del Cid goes down on that challenge right around the edge of the 18. Our head official, Ricardo Montero, clearing things up. But still down, Hugo Del Cid, the 26-year-old. Let's take a look at this again. I mean, Del Cid is inside the 18. Thinnest of margins, though. Couldn't quite hit the corner kick one time, but in his attempt to still bring it in, a challenge came slicing in on him. Look at it again. You got two players going for the ball there. It's definitely unfortunate for Fase in this scenario. Nothing malicious about the contact, but the decision has been made by Ricardo Montero. And now we'll wait to see who actually takes this penalty kick. Kevin Carabantes awaits to see who will take it. Right now holding the ball is the captain, Kenner Gutierrez, but you know how some of these antics can go. It does appear that the captain will be taking it though. 34 years old. Another one of the international players on this team from Costa Rica. Gutierrez approaches and scores. He rockets it home, and Xelajú take the advantage at home. They're able to find the score sheet in this affair. 25 minutes in. And the Costa Rican from the spot is the one to do it. Just a well-taken penalty. Not much Carabantes can do about that one. No, he guessed the right direction. Didn't nearly have a chance. A bolting strike from the captain. And the home side, who have had possession, earn the penalty kick, have the advantage. And now we got another collision here. Right now, you're watching the group stage of the Central American Cup, taking place in these few weeks in August. Top two teams from the four groups will advance to the knockout round, and the knockout stage in its quarterfinals will start the last week of September, and then the tournament will end with a second leg final in early December. So it'll take some time to determine who the champion of this tournament is. Here's Kevin Reyes was hit in the face there from Juan Cardona. Touch from Gonzalez. Brings it down for Xelajú, but only in order to assist Fase in claiming possession. This is one of 3 matches taking place in this tournament today. Group C, Herediano with a 2-0 victory over Aguila. Game that kicked off 2 hours prior to this one. We now have a match later today. Sporting San Miguelito and Motagua, as Xelajú thought for a moment they had a break. Well, the whistle will deny that opportunity. Flag being raised in the air by the assistant. An opportunity here for Fase, breaking forward, teeing it up, and it's smothered. Cleared away, deflected around a couple times. No goal called by the assistant. For a moment, it was a good denial of a goal-scoring chance, but then the ball squeaming through and nearly spilling across the line. That appears to be a yellow card for the captain here. Here's a look at the replay, though. It's well tapped back. And I don't think that one crossed. Kevin Ruiz with the initial challenge. A couple of follow-through efforts, couldn't quite get in. And Calderon falls on it and scrapes it forward or towards him in order to keep it from crossing that line, that threshold. That's well touched. And then the finish is even better. It's 2-0 Xelajú. A tiny finish. A tidy finish from Hugo Del Cid. And he had one person in mind to celebrate that goal with. It has been a surging start for the first 30 minutes for this Guatemalan side. It just spills through. That's a lovely touch. And the finish, all the better for it. Hugo Del Cid from Santa Rosa. Logs in the goal to make it 2-0 in favor of the home side. They look to keep up in the group race with Real Estelí. Side that knocked them off last week. They were able to win over Olimpia of Honduras earlier this week, that is. It was on Tuesday and yesterday. Result, shocking one. Olimpia with just a point after 2 matches. We're coming in expecting to be contenders in this tournament. 2-time Champions Cup winners, Olimpia. After losing to Estelí in week 1, Xelajú has bounced back in a great way here. And the fans have all to celebrate for. Fase has got a little bit more possession since we last saw the graphic. But back then it was 0-0. It is now 2 goals in favor of Xelajú. And they're hungry for more. Not their effort prowling forward will get knocked out of play. Or a home side throw-in. Service is deflected out for a corner kick. gonna try to strike while the iron is hot here. Wilbur Renteria, who'll saunter his way over there to take it from the right corner flag. Already up 2 goals. Ball comes driving in, pops up. And on that one, can be walked out by Fase. And that challenge will give them a free kick. That's a yellow card for the challenger there, Diego Gonzalez. So 10 more minutes plus whatever stoppage time is added on. Gonzalez, the loanee from Herediano, the winning side from earlier today. First goal scorer, Kenner Gutierrez, off the penalty kick. And then a fabulous finish from Hugo Del Cid, who also drew the penalty. That was the first goal for Xelajú. They're fast. You need to find some positives going forward before this whistle signals the half. Of course, a goal makes things a lot better, but even just conjuring up some chances to give you something to look at and run with going into the second 45 minutes of action. Meanwhile, the home side cooking once again. This shot straight into the gut of Carabantes. Distribute it to his left-hand side. Here's Rivera. Switches it over to Castro. Wonderful job there from Castro, and he keeps it going. Tejada trying to force the question, and he's going to be called for the foul, the push there on the goal scorer, Hugo Del Cid. These two sides faced 2011, the last time they met. Xelajú has not defeated Fase before, currently in the driver's seat to do so. This one rolls all the way to the hands of Calderon, and the fans cheer in encouragement. Missed out on the action that's taken place so far. A penalty drawn by Hugo Del Cid. in the 24th minute. Was then punched away from the spot by the captain, Kenner Gutierrez, and then about 6 minutes later, Hugo Del Cid got a piece of the pie himself. A wonderful touch, got him into the 18, and then a sizzling finish. Doubled the advantage for Xelajú. And that one tried to blast it into the 18, but didn't get very far. Ardon plays it up the pitch. Calderon needs to be careful. That came awfully close. With a 2-goal advantage, Xelajú more than comfortable just holding the ball and just easing their way forward. Don't need to force any issue as of now. Offside flag goes up. Fase has about 5 minutes to work something out here. It was Jorge Vargas, the one who was one offside there. Fase, the ball inside the 18. Tejada leaves it. The captain, with an effort, points to the corner spot because it did suffer deflection. Rudy Clavel, with a chance to try to have the deficit there. Will have to settle for a set piece. And Wilma Torres to provide the service. Torres. That's a good-looking ball, but it's too close to the keeper. Calderon clutches it, and he'll slow things down before nonchalantly rolling it out to his right. A lot of space to operate here for Jorge Vargas. De Leon looks up the pitch, but can also just spray it to his left-hand side. Kevin Ruiz, he'll float it forward. And it's going to be a goal kick. Ball looking for Tinoco. Crafty there, Correa. Another free kick awarded to the leading side. Wilma Torres came flying in. Xelajú once again bringing the numbers forward. The success down the right-hand side continues. And they're going to earn themselves a corner kick off that run. And that was Javier Gonzalez who was the one who came streaking forward there. The right back earning his team a corner kick that Wilbur Renteria will take. Renteria floats it in, headed out emphatically. This one will slide all the way over to Gonzalez on the left-hand side. Gonzalez plays it centrally. It falls back to his feet. Gonzalez serves it in again. And this time the offside flag will go up. And certainly offside there. So we've got 2 goals in this one, and we're going to get 2 minutes of added time here before we go to the half. Xelajú in their second match in the tournament come in, and they've been dead set on this mission, owning a lot of possession, owning the majority of positive chances, and of course owning 2 goals. They may be searching for one more here, but the procedures not done legally. And just hiding behind that back line, Gerson Tinoco. Gonzalez tosses it back into play, and then is the one to pop it up the pitch. Backfield unsuccessful there from Correa. That one too far ahead of Tinoco. A couple more moments left in this half. Well, an extremely positive first half. Reaped some rewards for Xelajú, the home side, with 2 goals to show for what has been an impressive showcase to start in front of their home fans. A penalty kick converted by Kenner Gutierrez, and then a wonderful individual effort from Hugo Del Cid to get into the 18 and rip his laces through it to double the advantage. CD FAS will be going into the dressing room, looking to find some answers, and those answers are going to require quite an offensive output in the second 45 minutes of action. With that in mind, we'll step aside briefly. When we come back, we'll have the first half highlights for you here. But until then, you can go ahead and catch a breather. The whistle blows, and we got one team who's eager to get back onto the pitch for the next 45 minutes. Meanwhile, the leading side, Xelajú, will take their sweet, precious time to get back onto this pitch and get things going again here at the Estadio Pensativo. The sun has fully set down. Our head official, Ricardo Montero, gesturing to his watch that we do have another 45 minutes to play. Can't just call it over and done with immediately. Although, Xelajú with the 2-goal advantage. More than happy to see a dull 45 minutes to come this way. And for a dull 45 minutes to pass by as they look to see their way to 3 points at home. They'll be going left to right in red. Meanwhile, CD FAS going right to left now in blue. We welcome you back here to the Estadio Pensativo in La Antigua, Guatemala. I'm Mark Schoenster. I'm behind the mic with you here. We'll have to see how this one stretches out. A lot of energy at the stadium. Good support from the faithful for both the home side and the visiting side. He missed out on the first 45 minutes of action. A penalty drawn by Hugo Del Cid around the 24th minute. Off of a corner kick. Was then punched away from the penalty spot by Kenner Gutierrez, the captain. And then Del Cid would get a goal of his own. About 6 minutes later, in the 31st minute. Which is how we find ourselves here. And FAS, with the giveaway, will look to take a shot that stretches wide. The effort from Wilma Torres. Couldn't quite put it on frame. But FAS need to have a fast start. They look to claw back into this one. They find themselves in a hole here. Tinoco unable to keep it in play, much to the dismay of the partisan fans here. Rivera does well to keep composure with some bodies flying his way. FAS going forward. Castro rolls it up the pitch. Tejada pokes it out wide to Torres. Back to Tejada. Maneuvers. Torres. Continue to apply some pressure. This has to get passed back to Calderon. Oh, just sends that one out of danger's way for the moment. Watching the CONCACAF Central American Cup. New tournament being held this year, and of course in future years in the CONCACAF. This being week 2 of the group stage. The ball going up the pitch, drifts wide. FAS, we're enjoying a little bit more possession to start things off here. Xelajú with 56% possession in the first half, and they were the ones early in the first. They're sitting on the ball and knocking it around, trying to shift the opposition out of shape. So FAS will be enjoying that it's them on that end of things as of right now. Of course, they can't be content with just holding the ball. That one brought down. And then the foul will keep possession in favor of those in blue shirts. Getting clipped there was Dustin Correa. directions and pointing fingers from Jose Calderon, 37-year-old goalkeeper. As the Salvadoran side will look to find an opportunity here on a set piece. Right down the middle of the yard. It's Correa and Clavel. Correa decides to rifle it himself. It took a diving effort from Calderon to keep this one at 2-0. A well-struck ball from Correa from well beyond the 18. Earns his side of corner. Service comes in. Reyes, he gets tripped up, and that's gonna be a free kick much closer to goal. Challenge from Jorge Vargas. Puts this one in a tight spot, but let's take a look at that effort again. I mean, that's a great effort. And then swiping in his right leg was Jorge Vargas. And if I'm Fas, I'm letting Correa get another hit at this. If he's confident he can bend it at a tighter angle. Sure if he has the chops from a further distance. Calderon once again looking to organize his line. Got Correa, Reyes, Pavel all by the ball. See who will take it. It's Correa, and it's deflected off the wall and out for a corner kick. Bit of an opening barrage to start things off for Fas. Corner kick, swatted away. Calderon, not the most comfortable of falls, but he'll take whatever he can get to keep it from harm's way. CD FAS, of course, the aggressors right now, trailing 2-0 on the road. Won the CONCACAF in 1979. They're looking for their first appearance in the Champions League, or the Champions Cup, since the 2014-15 edition. Currently, though, find themselves in a bit of a bind as Reyes weaves forward, and it's popped out of his clutches. Good ball falls down. And that one is blasted up into the sky for another corner kick. The visitors knocking on the door consistently here for the first 7 or so minutes here. Can they be rewarded with some points on the score sheet? Wasn't to be on that corner, but they're going to get one on the other end. Reyes drills this one inside, deflected, and headed away. That was needed to be step 2 by Ardon. He couldn't quite bring it in. Xelajú winning back possession. Renteria switches it to the left-hand side. Service comes swinging in, Not out of the fray yet. The shot deflects, and it's away from goal. First bright moment for Xelajú here in the second half. Unsure of whether Carabantes would have gotten there in time, but Clavel denied the question needing to be asked. Here's Del Cid showing off his prowess again. With the turn, Del Cid fires. And the footwork was where the brilliance ended on this occasion. Hugo Del Cid already with the goal under his belt in this one. And a fantastic one at that. A misty day, but wonderful weather in Antigua, 66 degrees. Not too cold, not too warm to feel the heat. In La Antigua, Guatemala. Maybe a little bit slippery out there, though. Back into play for Ruiz to play this one up the field. At the play by Carabantes. The excited drumming continues here at the Estadio Pensativo. Both clubs with a faction of fans. Of course, the Xelajú faithful at this point more encouraged to bring the energy on the pitch. Gutierrez will walk it up. Cooling things down here, Xelajú after a positive start for FAS in the second half. Tinoco plays it to the top of the 18. Renteria plays it further back. Will rotate it around to the left-hand side. Service comes dipping down. Tinoco with the header. And he pleads that contact was made. He won't get the corner kick. So a dangerous spell of possession for Xelajú will end there. But the energy continues from the home side faithful. Certainly bringing the vigor. And Amarini Villatoro, the manager, has to be pleased with how this one has transpired thus far. Vargas will play it back. A lot of time for Gonzalez to operate. Javier Gonzalez throws it back to his captain and center back teammate. Cool and composed will definitely be the name of the game for Xelajú here in the second half. Meanwhile, it'll be more frenetic and energetic from Fase. They have it their way. They want to churn up the intrigue. Ardon pulls it forward. And the contact will win a free kick now. I wonder if CD FAS would have preferred for that one to play on for a moment just to see what would have happened as Ardon made the run forward to pick up the pieces of that contact. We'll never see the fruits of what would have been there. Again, this is the Central American Cup, the CONCACAF. Top 2 teams in the group will move on to the knockout stage, which will comprise of home and away quarterfinals, a play-in game for the team, or the teams that get knocked out in the knockout stage to still fight for a chance to get a berth. And then, of course, you'll have the semifinals and the final for the tournament itself. The champion of the tournament will qualify for the CONCACAF Champions Cup round of 16. Meanwhile, the runners-up, those who lose in the semifinal, the 2 play-in winners, they all qualify for the first round of the Champions Cup in 2024. So even if you don't sit at the top of the mountain at the end of this tournament, you can still come away with a prize. But there's extra spoils on top of course, the bragging rights of winning a tournament. The accomplishment comes with obtaining a cup. You get some extra benefits as well in other tournaments. Reyes with an elegant touch, working on his man, shakes, cuts left, shoots, and he sprays it wide. Deadly man on that left-hand side, Kevin Reyes. He's able to get just an advantage, and it actually ended up warranting a save from Calderon. Corner kick comes in, and nothing to come of it. Now Renteria will gallop down the left-hand side. Threads it forward for Del Cid. Applying some pressure. Will earn a throw in. Goes down in the process. So we'll get a checkup from Ricardo Montero. Him and his Costa Rican officiating crew. Perhaps had an awkward step there. Action will resume, and he's up and kicking. Made a mess of that touch there. Gifting possession back to CD FAS. That was Maynard De Leon who couldn't quite keep possession of it there. Forward to Rivera. Correa. And he's found an open man in the middle, but it was too far ahead of Tejada. The back line was all wonky, so although he was sitting well behind his center back, he was still certainly onside. Rivera. Back to Dominguez. Ardon. Walk it down the left flank. Correa. Returns it back to Ardon. Gutierrez escorts it out though. Maybe a touch was had by the captain, because we're gonna get a point to the left corner flag. Reyes plays in the corner, and the header off target. Up for a goal kick. "65 minutes through, 2 goals in the first half. Give the home side Xelajú the advantage. At the Estadio Pensativo in Antigua, Guatemala. So to the club Antigua, not Xelajú. This is not their home field. They actually play at the Mario Camposeco Stadium. This is where they'll be having their home games here in the Central American Cup. Two substitutions incoming for Xelajú. Brian Lemus coming in for Wilbur Renteria. Lemus, the 29-year-old, will come in. Renteria was a busy man in that first half. Also got Hugo Del Cid coming out of the game. Coming in his stead is Frank De Leon. Played for 17 minutes in the first match in the Central American Cup. Del Cid went down a couple times, drew the penalty, scored the goal. I'd say he had a good shift here today. We're mentioning Frank De Leon. Now playing on the pitch with his brother Maynor, his older brother. Actually subbed in for each other in the first match. So no shared minutes in that affair as the whistle's blown. Good opportunity here for Fase. Wilma Torres getting upended by Kevin Ruiz. Had some heat behind these free kicks from these spots around goal. Let's see if Fase can have just an inch more of quality here. Got a 5-man wall and another laying underneath. Let's see who takes it. Reyes with the effort, doesn't get by the wall of red jerseys, and now a chance to counterattack. Xelajú 2-on-4. Got more numbers coming. Service comes in, parried away by Dominguez. And a max of about 10,000 capacity here at the Estadio Pensativo. That's the amount it can sit. had international matches for Guatemala. Xelajú, 6-time Guatemalan champs. 3 of them coming since they split up the seasons into the Apertura and the Clausura season. That being in the fall and in the spring. I want to translate it to English, the open and closing season. More minutes to go. The 2 first-half efforts. So far, the difference in this one. Mentioned earlier, though, that the Estadio Pensativo not the actual home of Xelajú, Mario Camposeco Stadium. Back in Quetzaltenango, Guatemala. Fase need to start asking questions once again, or else the window of opportunity becomes more and more unlikely. This shot, though, off the crossbar and in. Asking you shall receive. A banger of a strike, and CD FAS are back in this one. They needed to crack this game open, and they've done just that. Wilma Torres, you see him there, took matters into his own hands. From Matamoros, El Salvador, the 29-year-old right winger had enough there. Just inside the 18. And that one had some fire singeing off of it. And there's nothing that Calderon could have attempted to stop that one. Just an emphatic finish from the right winger. And that one breaks this game open. On the other end, Xelajú looking to reclaim a 2-goal advantage. No poke and prod. And we'll be even more incentivized to slow this game down now. That's a foul. The traveling CD FAS fans sounding off at a higher volume than they had prior, and rightfully so. That window of opportunity much more likely now with this 2-1 scoreline. De Leon, good service, diving punch, knocked away. And then the second effort had to be punched over the crossbar. A whistle is blown. And we have a player face down on the ground. Jorge Vargas. Colliding with his keeper as he dove to make the save. Players utilizing this opportunity. Grabs the water. Calderon all the way back with his manager, Marini Villatoro. Xelajú looking to hold on to the 3 points. Vargas is stretchered off. Vargas running into Caravantes there. And then had to make the save after waving for assistance. '72nd minute goal from Wilma Torres has put this game back up in the air. Ordon gives it back to Portillo. Tejada holding things up. Torres, the goal scorer, gets knocked over, but he was already halfway to ground. Some energy back in Fase here. The urgency is there. Still haven't used any substitutions yet either. As Reyes gets it out wide. Feints the cross, still with it. Now he'll drive it in. Portillo heads to the top of the 18. Rivera threads it down the middle. May have touched Tejada, but he was sandwiched by 2 defenders as this knifed effort will sputter all the way down to the feet of Calderon. And he will squeeze out as much time as possible. Asking for Correa. The official tally for the attendance at the match today: 2,837, so nearly 3,000. Here to watch these two sides clash in week 2 of the Central American Cup. Second ball on the pitch. Keeps things from getting going immediately. Get a yellow card to a member of the bench for Fase. And this is game 2 of 3 this evening in the CONCACAF Central American Cup. Earlier today, Group C had Herediano with a 2-0 victory over Aguila. And then in about 15 minutes, Motagua will kick off against Sporting San Miguelito. So we are, in other words, in the thick of it when it comes to this tournament and the group stage here in week 2. Set piece of many for Fase here in the second half. Reyes. Ball comes soaring in. interference up the pitch will go out for a trailing side throw. Portillo retrieves it and ends up delegating the throwing responsibilities to somebody else. That's a good touch from Correa. If he can keep up with it. That was well tracked back by Javier Gonzalez. Ends up rolling out for a corner kick. So another opportunity for CD FAS to find an equalizing goal. This one drilled low. Sliding challenge falls to the feet of Castro. Plays it out wide to Dominguez. Tejada trying to work some space for himself. This one goes up and off the mark from Clavel, the captain. Not sure if that was an effort on goal or if he was working to cross that one in. Week. Both these teams slotted to play August 15th on Tuesday at 10 p.m. That's Eastern Daylight Time. CD FAS will host Real Estelí. And then Wednesday, at the same time, Xelajú will be back here at the Estadio Pensativo to host Independiente of Panama. As the Group B action continues. Challenge again. And it looks like we're gonna get two more substitutions for Xelajú. Maynard de Leon's night has concluded. And Aslan Rodas will come into the game, the Californian. And then secondly, Jorge Vargas, who went down earlier, will walk off. And Hector Moreira will come in his stead. 35 years old, Moreira. Meanwhile, Rodas, 31. Experienced players coming onto the pitch to see this one through for Xelajú. Time ticking and running out here for CD FAS to find an equalizer. They have some more chances up their sleeve. This one's brought down. And another free kick is going to be awarded. And then some extracurriculars after the fact. Players taking a tumble. And now more than words are being exchanged. This is going to need to be broken up by Ricardo Montero. There's a mess of a collision there. Wilma Torres, the goal scorer for CD FAS, tangling up with Juan Cardona, who's already on a yellow card. Out by our head official. Two yellow cards being handed out. Tejada getting a yellow. And then Kenner Gutierrez getting a yellow card. He's now collected 2 in the tournament as a whole. Along with, of course, collecting a goal from the penalty spot in the first half. Of course, Gutierrez will be, I think, will be more okay with taking the yellow card as long as it wasn't his teammate Cardona, the one who was guilty of the collision, if any yellow card was going to be given out. Calderon once again having to issue his commands to his side as they organize and structure themselves to best handle this free kick. Correa and Clavel. It'll be Correa, and he can't get it by the wall. Rivera, back to Clavel. He pokes this one up, and it's knocked away. The captain can retrieve it. And he has to spray it all the way back to his keeper, Carabantes. How many more opportunities are in this game for CD FAS? Xelajú trying to hold on. Still no substitutions for the visiting side. Relying on their starting 11 to get the job done as of now. Rivera. Now Reyes. Plays in the cross. Ended up having too much air underneath it. They'll go out for a goal kick. If the result holds as it is, it'll be 3 points for Xelajú, which will put them up to 3rd place in Group B behind Real Estelí, the side that knocked them off in Week 1, whom have 6 points. With Independiente and Olimpia drawing in the other match that took place last week, of course. Estelí in first with 6, Xelajú with 3, Independiente and Olimpia with 1, and then CD FAS alone at the bottom with 0 points. Of course, this is still just their first match in the group, so they have a chance to salvage, but they also still have a chance in this game to get some points. Certainly not over. Prodding moments, but nothing too precarious for Xelajú to handle. Service comes in, chested down the volley. Couldn't quite be put on frame. And Gutierrez slow to get up, but does end up getting back to his feet. As Rafael Tejada was looking to volley that one home, ends up earning himself a corner kick. Ball driven inside, headed away. This is Frank De Leon looking to kill time and gets tripped up in the process. The best case scenario for Xelajú now. De Leon has to take the physical brunt of that benefit. And that's going to be a yellow card. And time ticking away off the clock. Many moments closer now to a final whistle for Xelajú, but they do need to withstand 5 more minutes. Mardon. See just how much time has been run off this clock due to drawing the yellow card foul. It proves how valuable it is. Tinoco trying to earn a corner kick, won't get it. And the chance from the Xelajú faithful as they look to see this one through. Claim their first win in the Central American Cup. They need to hang on a little bit longer. Fase looking to salvage a point. Reyes. And he gets taken off of his feet. Free kick on the other end. You see there the shirt tug. Javier Gonzalez, the one who got a handful of jersey there. They've been able to hold tall on these set pieces so far. Oh, is this the one to break through for Fase? Not on this occasion. It'll be a goal kick. 2 of the 5 minutes have transpired. Ball is booted back into action. Anything left in the tank for Fase? Headed away and then more properly booted out of problems. Starting to get into desperation mode now for CD FAS. They're going to start lofting things into the 18, hoping for something to work. That's a loose pass, it's given away. Xelajú can run off more of this clock. Tinoco buying time. Able to keep it in play, but ends up relinquishing possession. Portillo floats it up top. It's brought down. Correa plays it behind his man. header out to get tracked down. 30 more seconds plus whatever the ref decides to add. Carabantes walking it forward now. Mortillo up the pitch, trying to find a foul, fishing for it, won't get it. And Xelajú looking to drain out the rest that this clock has to offer, but it's given away. Is there one more chance? No, there's not. Xelajú, with 2 first-half goals, are able to find 3 points in their second match in the Central American Cup. A big win over a historic side in CD FAS. Despite a fantastic strike and finish from Torres, it'll end up being short for the Salvadoran side. That is where it ends. 3 points for the home side. They now sit in second place in Group B, and that is where we'll see things through to the end of this broadcast for our entire broadcasting crew. I'm Mark Schoenstert. We appreciate you tuning in and watching. Your final score, Xelajú 2, CD FAS 1.